Hi folks, welcome back to Glowsmith Garage. Today we've got the Aoshima Hakosuka Works Liberty Walk model kit. This is the Liberty Walk version of the Hakosuka Skyline, and it's based on the real Liberty Walk car. So I've got a photograph of the actual car on the box there. Get your LB Performance, Skyline Hakosuka 2-door. Side here you get a little bit about Liberty Walk. Apparently this was the first car that they built. Started off their company making these. This is in the Liberty Walk Aoshima line. It's all various different Skylines. I think they've just announced that they're bringing out a Lamborghini 2, which looks very nice. Same on the back. Here you've got the Mr. Hobby colours, the various warnings, and it's the same on the other side. Give me a wee second, I will open up this box, get all the bags opened up, and we'll take a look at the sprues. Okay, so I've got all the bags opened up, and I'll just take a quick look at the instruction manual. Quite a short manual this one, only a few pages. It's not a massively complicated kit. Your parts list in the back there. It looks like you've got a few different options for your headlights there, so you can build it as the kit, or you've got your standard quad headlights. So first sprue, we have got the interior parts. Seats there kind of finished in a almost vinyl leather look. There's a little bit of marking in there. Top of your dashboard, rear seats, centre console, steering wheel, your handbrake there, and some mirrors. I have to apologise for the low light, not in the usual filming spot, and the light's not great. Next sprue we have got front and rear bumpers. I believe this sprue normally comes as a chrome sprue for the other versions of this kit. The kit was originally cast in 1981, was the first tooling of it, so it's quite an old tooling. There's a lot of different variations in this kit, but obviously this one is, you're getting a lot of extra parts and stuff, a lot different from your standard Skyline. So you get some long champ wheels there. Looks like your rear light surrounds, Skyline badges for the C-pillars, front and rear bumpers, and windscreen wipers. It's nice that you get the long champs. It's good to have a second wheel option. They look quite nicely moulded for such an old cast. Next up we've got some more interior parts. Your door cards there, front lights and grille. Won't be using this, but the option is there. Your dashboard. The problem is that there is no decals for your dials, so you're going to have to try and paint these if you want to detail your dashboard, and I imagine that is not going to be very easy. Pedals there too. These are various suspension parts. I believe this probably would have been a electrified kit, so there might be some weird sort of parts that would be for housing batteries and motors. Just kind of standard with these, like Aoshima Fujimi kits from the 80s. Front suspension there. Steering column. It's actually quite good condition considering the age of the original tooling. It's never been retooled since. Your rear spoiler there too, and your chassis finished in that kind of texture as well. Quite shallow mouldings. Make it quite tricky to paint, but this is really a sort of shelf car. It's not mega detailed. You can see there you've got the on and off moulded in from when this would have been an electrified kit. So if you were really precious about that, you could try and sand that off, that'd be pretty tricky. Also got your exhaust moulded in there too. I think there's another exhaust to fit over the top of that in one of the next sprues. Okay, so we've got, this will be the extra parts for the Liberty Walk. We've got the upgraded bucket seats, a roll cage, oil cooler, another option for your front headlights. These are the ones with the headlight covers on that were used for when these cars were racing back in the 70s. Get your wheel arches there, and another spoiler option. Next up we have the Liberty Walk roll cage. It's kind of signature of theirs with the Skylines. They tend to have these yellow roll cages, so I think this is the one that should be used in this kit, but because there's another one there, you do have the option of doing whatever one you think looks best. Next up we've got the oil cooler there, your external oil cooler. Also comes with a little strip of vinyl hose, so you can attach this to the front bumper and plumb it in with the vinyl hose. Next we've got this little sprue here. These are in place of the Skyline badges that go in the C pillar or the B pillar. I think this is a pillarless car. Yeah, so this goes in the rear pillar where the Skyline badges would be. A couple of little vents. And there we have the squinty headlights with your exposed radiator. Actually fairly detailed. These parts would obviously been cast a lot later than 1981. Next up we have got the wheels here, which come with the stretched tyres. Look really nice. And then you've got your wheel centres here. You can paint these separately. I think these are SSR Mark IIIs, I could be wrong with the brand. So you can paint those up and then they fit nicely in the middle there, and you don't have to worry about masking off your chrome part. You get that extreme offset as well. And really nice wheels, tiny 14-inch wheels. I think the back wheels are almost as wide as they are tall. Next up, we've got a couple of clear sprues. So you've got your front and rear window glass. Side glass is open, so you can see your interior a bit better. And you've also got various lights for your front and rear. So if you want the quad headlight option, you can use these ones. These are the rear lights for the standard sort of square headlight tail lights. And then you've got the headlights for the Liberty Walk style front end. It's actually quite nice detail on the markings on the inside. Next up, we've got the decals. You get your various Liberty Walk LB Performance decals and a couple of number plates. Not a lot of decals, like I said, there's nothing for your dials, so it's going to make doing that dashboard really tricky, unless you just left it be, or you had some spare decals that you could cut up and fit in if you really wanted to do that. Last but not least, we have the body. So this actually comes with the arches pre-cut. Normally in these kind of kits where you have the wheel arches that have to be added on, you have to trim the wheel arch, the standard wheel arch back to get them to fit, and to make, especially if you're using bigger or wider wheels, you tend to have to cut these to get them to fit. But it comes pre-cut. You can tell, camera's probably not picking it up very well, but it's a very rough edge on the inside of the wheel arches here. Definitely looks like it's been cut instead of cast. You need to smooth those. Maybe we wouldn't need to make it absolutely perfect because there's going to be wheel arches over the top here. It's just something to bear in mind. Also, you may want to, if you want to make it exactly like the box, you would need to take these badges off. These Skyline badges are moulded in. Same in the back there, you've got the GTR badge moulded in, so in the Skyline on the top of the boot. So you would need to grind them off. It shouldn't be too hard, they're not particularly deep, but if you're trying to get it as close to the box as possible, you would need to sand them back. You've got quite a deep recess at the front there for fitting your headlights and your front grille. And this is where the little vents would go on the side. It's actually quite decent shape considering the age of the casting, so the tooling doesn't appear to be any major mould lines. It's actually quite a clean mould. Tiny little bit along the edge of the bonnet there. A tiny bit on the roof. It's nothing major. It's actually quite a nicely moulded body. I actually forgot a sprue here. This is a suspension setup. These sections here and these ones I think can be used to adjust the camber. Reading through the instructions, it doesn't appear that you use these, but I have seen other Hakosuka Skyline kits that do use them, so they might come in handy if you were wanting to do a cambered build. I'm pretty sure these would be able to fit into a few different models, or you could adjust them to make them fit. So these would fit inside here, and you can move this back and forward. So that was the Hakosuka Works Liberty Walk LB Performance Skyline by Aoshima. Looks like a really nice kit. Definitely not anything majorly detailed, but it would definitely look nice on the shelf once it's all built up. Interior's a little bit basic, like I say, with the dials and stuff. If you're wanting to really detail it, you're going to have a wee bit of a hard time, but I still think this will look really nice once it's all put together. So I'd just like to say thanks for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, thanks for sticking with it, and I always appreciate any comments. If you built this kit, if you've built this kit, let me know in the comments. If you're thinking about getting it, also let me know your thoughts on the kit. So if you want to see more of these videos, just remember to hit the subscribe button. Always appreciate it. You get notified whenever I upload a new video. Sorry the videos aren't regular, it's just I can do these videos as and when I get model kits, so they aren't weekly or monthly or anything like that. It's just when I can do them. Hopefully I'll be trying to get some build videos done. Now that the weather's getting a bit better, I can set up in the garage and might be able to film some builds as they progress. You can always check me out on Instagram at GlowSniffGarage. Kind of keep up to date with builds that I've got going on, any updates and videos, just other nonsense. So yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thanks very much for watching, and I will hopefully have another unboxing video up in the next week or so, and I'll catch you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.